In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Google Ads Auction Insights reports. So if your competitors are outperforming you in Google Ads and you're really not sure why, then be sure to watch this entire video, as I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use this tool. It's really powerful and completely free and lets you see exactly how your campaigns are stacking up against your competition. There's actually a huge amount of actionable data, and when you know how to read it properly, you can spot opportunities, avoid unnecessary bidding wars, and optimize your campaigns with confidence. It really only takes a few minutes to understand, but it can completely change how you make decisions inside your Google Ad account. So here we are in a Google Ad account, and where you find this Auction Insights reports is you can go to this menu called Insights and Reports, and then here you will find Auction Insights. It's worth mentioning you can actually look at this at an account level across all your campaigns, or you can drill down further to look at it at a campaign level, ad group, or even keyword level. So for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to select a specific campaign. And you can also select a date range that you want to look at, a time period. So you can go back in the past to see, who your competitors were maybe last year that aren't this year, or vice versa, who wasn't advertising last year or in the last couple of months and who is suddenly now. So obviously change your date range accordingly here. And here we find all this, what can be very confusing information, and hopefully I will shed some light on that for you. So in this first column in this table, we can see what's called the display URL domain, and obviously you being you, the advertiser. And then here are all the other competitor URLs these are the people who are also competing against you inside Google Ads. One thing I like to do with this is to actually go to these websites and actually have a look at how the websites look, have a look at the language they're using, what kind of offer, what call to action they're using in their ads, and really compare it to my website to see if it really stacks up. After all, this is my competition, so I want to be sure I'm at least as good as my competition, and if not, then I can obviously take steps to improve my website, either landing copy, call to actions, and all that kind of stuff. So this is really helpful to see. Next column we look at is impression share, and this is really an interesting metric. And essentially what this is the number of times that your ads were actually shown divided by the number of times that your ad you wanted your ad to be shown, but it didn't for a number of reasons. Be it you were outbid, so you had you were underbidding. The second possible reason could be you ran out of budget, like campaigns were limited by budget and you ran out of budget for the day, and you possibly your quality score wasn't as good as some of your competitors. So if you're ever unsure about any of these metrics, you can also hover over the column heading, and you can see the definition of this. And as I just explained, the number of impressions you received divided by the estimated number of impressions you were eligible to receive. So here we can see that we had an impression share of 22%, which means that 78% of the time our ads, when we wanted our ads to be shown, it didn't. Now this is kind of not uncommon, particularly for this particular client that is in a very, very high cost per click niche. It's like $40, $50, $60 a click. And so it's not uncommon for us to be outbid or run out of budget, etc. And here we can see the impression share of our competitors. Where you see here less than 10%, Google doesn't give us, single digit impression share. So it lumps all that together. Okay. Next column is the overlap rate, which is essentially the percentage of times that our competitor ads were shown when we were also shown. So of course we are not going to have a number here because it's relative to us. So here we can see that 21% of the time this particular competitor's ads were shown when we also had an ad shown. And really where these are low numbers would mean that possibly maybe these people are bidding on different kinds of keywords. So where this relates back to kind of what I was talking about earlier, looking at these competitor URLs, this might be interesting if this, let's say this competitor was really, a direct competitor based on me going to their website, and they have a really low overlap rate, which makes me think, well, what keywords are they bidding on that possibly I should? And one thing that we often do is that we might put this competitor URL through some paid spy competitor analysis tool, and we can reverse engineer what keywords that competitor is bidding on to possibly give us ideas of, oh, actually, we didn't think about advertising for these other type of keywords. Let's add that in to our campaigns. Okay, so this is why this particular column is actually really important. This next column of position above rate, as this definition says, shows how often another advertiser's ad shows in a higher position to you. So when you were both overlapped, when you both were in, your ads were showing at the same time, which advertiser was higher up. So here we can see that this particular advertiser, they had a higher ad position than us, and we can see maybe they're being a bit more aggressive with their bidding and various other kind of bits of intel that we can see. This top of page rate tells us when were we at the top of the page. Now, one thing to note here, top of the page doesn't necessarily mean number one ad position. Top of the page is those first 3 or 4 ads that are above the organic listings. So here we can see that 63% of the time we were at the top of the page, and really we can see how often our competitors were there, and actually they are in the top of the page more than us. The absolute top of page, that is actually in the number one ad position. So we can see that actually we were in the absolute top of the page 35% of the time versus these other competitors that were much lower, which is interesting. Outranking share, as we can see here, is how often your ad ranked higher in the ad auction than the other advertisers, or if your ad showed when theirs did not. So, 20% of the time our ad showed higher than this advertiser. So all of this really important information that we can find, really our keyword gaps, and also who's maybe bidding more aggressively than us. I want to show you another thing which is also really helpful. If we go to this segment function here, and we can segment by day, week, month, quarter, year, day of the week, which is the one that I actually think is more relevant. So here we can see our impression share as per different days of the week, and also compared to various competitors. So here we can see they obviously are not advertising on Saturday and Sunday because this is a professional service. And then we can see different days of the week, and we can have a look through that. And the other segment tool I want to show you is by device. This is really important, particularly for mobile campaigns. So here we can see this data broken down by device. So looking at here, our impression share, as we mentioned before, is 22%, but we can see that this information broken down to desktop, mobile phones, and tablets. And not surprisingly to me here, we have the highest impression share on mobile devices because we are really focusing on mobile traffic. And obviously we can compare this to our competitors, and we can see here that interestingly they are focusing, seems to be, on tablet traffic. We can also see how we are outranking our competitors for various devices, and here this is really case in point. For this particular competitor, we can see we are outranking them on mobile devices by, let's call it 28%, which tells me either one or two things. Number one is that they're underbidding on mobile devices, or we are being more aggressive with mobile, which I know is actually to be the case, and this data really exemplifies that. So all of this is really useful to help you possibly tailor and adjust your ad strategy. And as you can see, a lot of this comes down to bidding strategically. So I've actually got another video on my channel which talks about the best bidding strategy that you can use in your Google ad account. So I'm going to put a link here. Make sure you watch that next video of mine because I go through my 4S bidding system that you can apply to your account to make sure you get the best results. If you like this video, don't forget, hit that thumbs icon and subscribe. Thanks for watching.